Thomas driving baseline. What a dive!
Wickham. How sweet was that? Step back three.
Wow.
Taylor George. She's got a flamethrower at the moment.
Shelley with a big triple.
It was acrobatic. It was impressive. It was Steph Talbot.
Jade Melvin, the lefty lay-in. Capitals continue to roll. Perth have been unconscious from three. Alice Koenig connects.
She's pumped up, and so she should be. Hello and welcome to Qudos Bank Arena for a massive Signet WNBL clash between the Sydney Flames and Adelaide Lightning, with a spot in the finals on the line this afternoon. It's the third annual Pink Hoops Clash in partnership with the McGrath Foundation, raising much needed funds and awareness for breast cancer, an initiative inspired by former player and now assistant coach Tiana Munga-Kahia. A huge day ahead of us with some big miles to celebrate as well. Jess Webster with you alongside former WNBL player and coach Larissa Anderson. And Larissa, fabulous to have you here first and foremost, but this event is always a special highlight on the WNBL calendar.
Thanks, Jess. Great to be here. It really is. It's been going for 3 years now, inspired by Tiana's battle, and it's just a fantastic cause, and hopefully everyone gets behind it today. But what a fantastic game. Can you believe these two teams have a chance to make finals with only 5 wins each? This makes it a must-win for both teams.
Absolutely, and two teams wanting to get back on the winners list as well, so the losses starting to mount. But a huge opportunity today as we take a look at the ladder. The Spirit on top at the moment, but it gets pretty tight after that. Geelong currently holding the all-important 4th place, with the Flames and Lightning still with a chance to make the top 4.
Sneaky Geelong, very impressive last couple of wins by them. Look, that was a huge loss by the Flames to Geelong, so today they really need to bounce back against the Lightning.
So the Flames, as we've mentioned, they went down by 20 points to Geelong on Friday night, and Larissa, it was turnovers that had just been not only a killer for them on Friday night, but all season they averaged the most turnovers per game in the competition with 19.1. It's simply an area they need to clean up today.
Yeah, they were looking really good, and then in the third quarter it was a lot of turnovers, and Geelong just ran away with it, and Sydney couldn't recover after that. So Geelong did such a great job, but Sydney really did look good. So hopefully they can bounce back today. They would be very unhappy with that loss, but nothing better than being able to travel back home on a big doubleheader with their own milestones to celebrate as well, which we'll discuss shortly. So all we will see today is, I imagine, two teams wanting to leave everything out there.
Absolutely. Cannot wait for this battle to unfold this afternoon. Kayla George on screen. She was sensational against Geelong. 27 points, 17 rebounds and 4 blocks. So the Flames will be hoping that she also puts in a strong performance. And we have a milestone today. Playing her 150th WNBL game is Talia Tapia. A wonderful story, debuted back in 2012, 13 years ago. Can you believe it? As a 15-year-old players game, number 150 today. And earlier, she caught up with our courtside reporter, Nathan Streppel.
Talia, you started here at the Flames as a 15-year-old, so it's a long journey to celebrate 150 today.
Yeah, it's pretty cool, especially to do it in Sydney as well. You know, born and bred Sydney girl. So yeah, just really excited to be here today.
Pre-interview, we're looking up at the raft of that 16-17 championship banner. A really important game today with you guys fighting out to get that 4th spot.
Yeah, definitely. You know, it's pretty crucial to get as many wins as we can in the back end of the season. You know, our road trip wasn't great, so we just want to win today and get that going ahead for the next few games.
There's no place like home. Biggest crowd of the season, a big day with Pink Hoops today.
Yeah, pretty important day as well, just not the game, you know, in support of the McGrath Foundation. So everyone's just really excited, and we just want to play and win.
All the best, Kenny W, for 150.
Cool, thank you.
Fabulous to have her back in the competition, playing a special milestone today. But Larissa, let's turn our attention to the Adelaide Lightning. They started brightly under their new coach, Scott Ninnis, won their first 2 games, but have lost their last 4 by an average of 18 points. However, they've been pretty successful against the Sydney Flames this season, looking for a clean sweep today.
They have. They've met in round 4 and 8, so it's a while ago now, but they have not played at Qudos Bank Arena, and Sydney are always better at home, and they're playing for their season. But when a team is playing for such a special milestone, what we're about to announce with Steph Talbot's 200th, having said that, Talia's got her 150th, so both teams should want to lift to get around those girls as well, but Steph Talbot's that's a really special one, 200.
Certainly is. She was the WMVP back in 2020, started her WNBL career at 17 years of age with Adelaide. She's a 2-time All-WNBL first team and a Rookie of the Year back in 2013, and that's just her WNBL career. She's a very special player. She's playing a big milestone today, and she caught up with Nathan a few moments ago.
Steph, amongst your long list of qualities, humility is right at the top, so I imagine you'd feel a bit uncomfortable with it being about you today on your 200th.
Yeah, you're right. I kind of hate it.
How was the celebrations with teammates this morning?
Yeah, it was good. It was low-key and it was like a little bit of humour, which always makes it a bit better, but it was good to
And what's a pretty special milestone in your career? Big day for the Flames today too. You think you can ruin their party?
I sure hope so. It's a big game for us in terms of making a finals push. It's a crazy season thinking you could be sitting on 5 wins and still possibly make the playoffs. But yeah, the next 6 games are really important for us, like so for them. So hopefully we can upset them.
All the best getting a W for 200th.
Thank you very much.
So it's the annual Pink Hoops Clash. We have milestones on both teams. We have a final spot on the line. And Larissa, we have 2 of the best 3-point shooters in the competition going head-to-head today. Cannot wait to see what these 2 players produce.
And I just love that it was Kayla George and Izzy Bourne. I just love that it's 2 bigs that are the best 3-point shooters. So go the bigs, and great that they get to battle it out against each other today. Both will be wanting to really lift and help get their teams over the line in what is such a big game for both their seasons.
A massive clash ahead of us this afternoon. A few moments away from tip-off, but let's head courtside and check in with Nathan Strempel. G'day, Nath.
What a special day today. This was birthed out of Tiana Mangakahia 2 years ago when she was a player, up-and-coming opal, re-diagnosed with breast cancer. Now she is an assistant coach. The Flames players all wear the Mangakahia name on her back. North of 15,000 people expecting the stadium today for Pink Hoops. What an atmosphere and what a massive reward on the line. Both these teams, the Flames and Lightning, fighting for 4th spot.
Thanks so much, Nathan. Huge day ahead of us this afternoon. It's the annual Pink Hoops Clash at Qudos Bank Arena. The Sydney Flames taking on the Adelaide Lightning with a valuable place in the finals up for grabs this afternoon. Steph Talbot playing her 200th WNBL game, lining up for Adelaide this afternoon. Talia Tupaia, her 150th for Sydney, wearing their pink strip today on a big event on the WNBL calendar, and it will be the visitors who'll take first possession. Dean looking to go in the Turner direction, having a fabulous season. The visitors looking to settle early as Talbot pulls the trigger early from long range, and it's off target.
Would have been nice for that one to go down, but I love that she is looking to shoot it. She's got to back herself on those shots. They need Steph to have a big game today.
Starting 5 for the Lightning, Talbot, Bourlays, Turner, Dean and Bourne. And for the Flames, no Emma Clark today. She's out with that persistent knee injury. Here's Taylor. Across to Dale, one of their signings. Morris comes up short. So they're starting 5, the Flames. Taylor Swain, George, Dale and Morris. Fast transition down the other end for the Lightning. And the first bucket of the match still evading us.
Great transition there by Adelaide, though. Unfortunate not to make the layup. But I love, you can clearly see they're going to look to run.
Get a second opportunity here, the Lightning. 3-point attempt. Again, off target. This is the first of a double header in the WNBL. We've got Bendigo and Geelong coming up a little later this afternoon, and also a double header at Qudos Bank Arena, the NBL, also coming up between the Sydney Kings and Tasmania. Morris off the glass, and we get our first points of the match. And a turnover from Adelaide, so the Flames will take possession.
That's a really nice high percentage look by Sydney there. They always look great and sharp out of that mid pick and roll set. Great finish by Morris.
So Sydney have had their injury concerns so far this season. Here's Dale, one of their recent signings. To cover those injuries, George from downtown. I mentioned she's one of the best 3-point shooters in the league. No good on that occasion. Pull up from Talbot, comes up short. Dean to Bourne. She's also off target. You're sensing a few nerves out there. A big match for both these teams. A couple of shots offline, but not on that occasion from Shanice Swain.
Yeah, she has such a lovely stroke with the ball. But yeah, maybe a few nerves. It is a big game, but Sydney in particular on their second game of the round, so it'd be interesting to see with players playing big minutes, how they go with their rotations.
Started well out to a 5-zip lead. Coming off a 20-point loss to Geelong on Friday night. Taylor keeps it alive for Dale from long range. She gets on the scoreboard in style.
Could not have wanted a better start by Sydney. 3 great shots. Dale inserted, only just joining last round. This is her second game with the Flames, straight into the starting lineup.
Adelaide needing to settle here. Early stages, first quarter. Talbot can't provide with Morris getting the block, sending it out of play.
Great help there by Morris. Really strong start by the Flames here. Adelaide really need that settling basket.
Paulays is no good. Swain goes herself in the end, and a back-to-back triples for Shanice Swain.
And why wouldn't you? You cannot go under a Shanice Swain screen. She's going to shoot that every single time, and for the most part, she'll make them. That's her shot.
11-0 lead so far for Sydney. Dean can't get it to go from outside the perimeter, but there's a foul, and Adelaide will head to the line.
Yeah, Turner attempts the tip in there and gets herself a foul. Morris looks a little bit confused. Nonetheless, she's off to the foul line, hopefully to get Adelaide's first 2 points. Knew that would happen. Mosder.
And 0 from 2, so an unsettling start here for the visitors. Still searching for their first points. Sydney in cruise control as they bury another 3-pointer.
And they're up and about, so they should be. What a fantastic start by the Flames.
Taylor provides the Flames out to a 14-zip lead as we head to the first timeout of the first quarter, and a chance for us to focus a little more on the Pinks Hoops initiative because Nathan caught up with Tiana Mangakahia a little earlier today.
It must be special seeing Mangakahia on the back of every Flames warm-up top.
Yeah, it's amazing actually, and seeing my name, Mangakahia, on the court, it just means so much to me, and I'm so grateful for Hoops Capital for everything that they've done for me and the support that they give.
The third Pink Hoops game is a brainchild back when you're a player. It must feel a little different today, third time in after being re-diagnosed now as a coach.
Yeah, it does. I mean, when you play, I'm not sure, honestly, I'm not sure, but when I play, obviously I give it all out there on the court, and so as a coach, just sitting and watching and knowing the girls are out there supporting me as well means so much.
Incredible day you've started, T. Enjoy the moment.
Thank you.
A wonderful interview with Nathan and Tiana Mangakahia. This Pink Hoops initiative inspired by her journey, unfortunately having to retire last year due to a breast cancer journey.
And she was having one of her best seasons too. It is such an inspiring story. I mean, everyone's heart went out to her when she had to retire because of that, and so many people have been touched by cancer. So I think this is such a special tribute and cause for everyone to get behind.
Swain looking for a third 3-pointer, comes up a little short. This is an incredible start from the Flames.
I think it has to be noted, to get Guy Malloy in a pink shirt in itself is a huge deal. It's very hard to get him into pretty colours like that, and they look great. The whole coaching staff and bench all in the pink.
It goes to show just how important this initiative is. And Adelaide turn it over as Taylor looks to make them pay the other way. Gives it off to Kayla George for a couple more.
Could you ask for a better start? Oh my goodness.
Incredible. Let's check in courtside with Nathan, who was lurking around the Adelaide huddle at that last time out. Nathan.
Yeah, Scott Ninnis was imploring them not to lose their confidence offensively, really happy with the shots they were taking. It's the defensive end who was unhappy with such emotion in this game for the Flames. And we're seeing them come out of the timeout and continue with that hot start.
Thanks, Nath. It's a dominant start from the Flames so far. Here's Shanice Swain already feeling it. So looking for Morris, has been broken up by Turner. Wanted the call to go her way, but looks like it will remain Sydney possession.
It certainly did look like it was off Morris's hands. This is where she'd be asking for a review, I think, but it's Sydney's ball.
George, beautiful play.
And I think we all heard Kayla calling for it then. Great play, great end-line play there, great finish.
Coming off 27 points against Geelong on Friday night. She was gallant for her team. Did everything she could. Adelaide under all sorts of pressure. As Pinot onto the floor for Adelaide. Talbot in her 200th gets her first points. And Adelaide's first points of the match.
That's a huge relief for Adelaide just to get that first basket, but they have already given up a 16-point lead. Not an ideal start at all, but a long way to go.
Morris gets it off to Taylor.
And you just see one basket and Adelaide's defense already a lot more aggressive.
George feeding Morris in the paint. A couple of attempts, she gets the job done.
Morris's confidence, you can just see it. We've called a few games for Sydney this year, just getting better and better each week. If they can string these wins together and make fourth spot, she's really getting into some... Oh.
Talbot rides the contact.
The foul is on Maya Morris.
Just saying Morris will get into some good form, but that's a great drive and finish there by Talbot.
Yeah, used all of her experience on that occasion. She'll go to the line.
Just her balance, ride the bump by the big. Maintained her focus and finished it.
Takes a big deep breath. She can't complete the play. A nervous start to Adelaide. Flames by 16 points. Looking to pile on the pain. Taylor. Bit of a fumble. Out to George from long range. Bang!
Why not?
Sydney have knocked down 4 of 6 3-point attempts so far in this first quarter.
And I'm sure she called it too.
Absolutely feeling it. Time for Adelaide to respond and can't do so through Andrews. Taylor wants to get in on the action too. It's off the rim. Blaze through the hands of Talbot. Spearing pass, just too hot for Turner, out of play.
Both teams' turnovers has been a focus this season, and you'll see it now. So Sydney have got such a good lead. This is where they can afford to, they don't have to take chances, they don't have to force anything. They can just be really focused on getting through their plays, poised, patient, disciplined, which will also stop the Adelaide run and gun game.
So Adelaide have lost their last 4. Sydney have lost their last 3. So not only is a spot in the top 4 on the line, but just to get back on the winners list at this stage of the season is so important for these two teams.
Well, we've seen with Geelong, what they had 4 losses in a row and then came in from 20 points down to beat the Flyers, and now look at them. A win doesn't a huge amount for your team morale.
It certainly does. As we see a couple of changes to the Flames. Pittman onto the floor. Happy 21st birthday to Carla Pittman. Dee's also into the action. To Paya and her 150th onto the floor as well. Here is Tapia. A wonderful story, debuted 13 years ago as a 15-year-old. Hands it off to Dees, wide open. Just couldn't get it to go. Flames in full control. Turner, though, looking to claw back into this deficit. She gets the contact.
Yeah, great basket by Turner there. They need a lot more of that from her. We've discussed it before that Adelaide tend to take a lot from outside. They really do need to try and get those high percentage looks around the basket as much as possible, and Turner's a huge key to that.
She gets the job done. Flames by 16. 2 minutes to play. A blistering opening quarter from the home side.
Great press there by Adelaide off the free throw. They've probably been trying to get into that each free throw, but unfortunately that's 1 from 4, so they haven't been able to. So you can see the press was quite effective then.
D's, a little 1-2 with Pittman. It's away to the rim, looking to pass it off to Taylor. Unsure where to go, kicks it out to Pittman, who can't convert from outside the perimeter. Talbot racing down the other end, feeds it off. They work it around the arc. Talbot in the corner. Looking to go back to Pinot, and that has come off Sydney, so it'll remain with Adelaide.
They've been pretty patient then, though. They were looking to get the ball inside.
Sweeping past to Turner, decides to go herself for 2, it's no good. 90 seconds left in this opening quarter. Swain already started strongly with 6 points. Pops it up. She can't find the finish. Adelaide share it around. Andrews looking to make her move. Pinot looking to go inside to Talbot under all sorts of pressure. She gets, but it's going to be a turnover, a 3-second violation.
Yeah, unfortunate. I really like the look there, but was called for the travel. Talbot asking, how is it not a travel up the other end?
Pittman to Swain. She's got the hot hand so far in this first quarter. That did everything but drop.
Sure did. But great job by Flames to fight the boards out and maintain possession here.
Seems to have settled a little bit. Adelaide have sort of dried up the scoring from the Flames ever so slightly. Still well in control. Pittman getting in on the action.
How nice was that from Swain, though? Nearly out-faked herself. Still found the open player. Great assist.
So even though Adelaide seems to have settled a little bit, still the Flames extending their lead late. 19 points the lead as we tick down towards quarter time. An impressive start from the Sydney Flames. And what is a big day, a big occasion for them and the league in the annual Pink Hoops Clash. Andrews to Turner. Now it's Basham who adds a much-needed bucket to the Lightning.
Yeah, Basham, really nice basket there, much-needed basket.
Swain steps back for 3.
My goodness.
Knocks it down!
When she is on, she is on. You cannot leave her open. Oh my goodness, another. What a finish by the Flames.
Oh, it's all happening at Qudos Bank Arena. This has been a blistering start to the Sydney Flames. They lead 29-9.
versus kids. All right, Kelly, you're a bit shocked you're out here in the middle. She's shooting, not cheering. We're going to have to help Kelly out. If you're an adult or a parent, in 3, 2, 1, cheer with Kelly. Let's go. 3, 2, 1. Kelly, not bad. How did that feel?
Oh, I think we could do better, but yeah.
Okay, well, Aria, do you think you can beat Mum?
Yeah.
All right, if you're a kid, well, you've got a loud voice, cheering with Aria in 3, 2, 1. She wants to hear you.
I just won.
You heard it from Aria. She has powered up the crowd, all thanks to you. Proud sponsors of the WNBL. Ladies, thank you for taking home the Signet prize. Well done, carrying the crowd. But hang on, let's just do it one time all together. If you're a Flames fan, make noise now. Do it, please.
Mark on an incredible first quarter as both teams look to get back on the winners list and keep their finals chances alive. Jess Webster and Larissa Anderson with you in commentary. Larissa, what an opening quarter we just saw.
Unbelievable by the Sydney Flames. I mean, they've got 7 players on the scoreboard already, 0 turnovers. That's their biggest thing, whereas Adelaide have 5 already, but they're shooting 50% from the three-point line. So Adelaide need to make some serious adjustments on their pick and roll defence and just defence overall.
And that's a fascinating point you just made, because Sydney averaged the most turnovers per game in the competition, and they haven't had one to quarter time. We touched on it pre-game. It's an area they had to clean up, and that is an incredible turnaround.
Absolutely, huge. Long way to go, but that's you could not ask for a better start from the Sydney Flames.
Absolutely, as we get the second quarter underway, Adelaide desperately needing to find some momentum in their offensive end. Can Borlase provide? She can't, but great hustle to get the rebound. Second attempt is also off target.
Having said that, Lightning could not have asked for a worse start, but there are 3 quarters to go, and they just, as Coach Nina said, they just need to stay focused and not lose confidence with so far to go.
Tupaia from the wing, yes please. Game number 150 today for Talia Tupaia.
She's liking that spot. That's 2 for 2.
And I suppose that's one of the positives you can speak about at quarter time if you're in the Adelaide camp, is that we've still got 3 quarters to go.
Absolutely.
As Bourne pulls the trigger, and that'll really provide a spark to the Lightning.
Adelaide finally hit the double digits. They do. Just 1 possession at a time. There is a long way to go.
And that was their first triple. They missed 7 attempts in their opening quarter.
Look, Adelaide have missed layups. They've had some really good looks, and they just haven't dropped. And that happens once it starts happening. It tends to be contagious. So a couple of nice baskets by them. Hopefully, will relax them into this second quarter.
Here's Dean swinging it across to Basham from the corner.
I was just about to say that's a very quick shot, but it went in, so we'll take it.
So a better start here for Adelaide. Tupaia. And looking for George. It was broken up by Adelaide, but they win it back through George. Now Tupaia calling the shots, giving it off to Shanice Swain. Started brightly in that first quarter. Can't get it to go on that occasion, and shot clock's run out, so it'll be Adelaide ball as we head courtside and check in with Nathan Strempel.
Well, folks, you've touched on it about there's still 3 quarters remaining in this game. To open the game, Adelaide went 0 of 11 from the field before their first score. After that, they went 4 of 6. Sydney, conversely, 7 of 10 to start the game, 4 of 6 from the triple. Once Adelaide got scoring, they were 5 of 13. Big emotion to start the game for the Flames. Can the Lightning pull it back over the next 3 quarters?
Thanks, Nave. Bourne can't get it to go. Sydney down the other end through Morris. To Dale. So some good pressure applied here from Adelaide, but Morris. Good hustle with the rebound and gets the contact as well. Have you noticed a difference in energy from Adelaide to start this second quarter?
Look, I think other than that early shot, they're moving the ball okay. They are getting some good looks. Defensively, they tend to be packing it in just that little bit more. But Morris is still getting that really good look. Sydney's ball movement and play movement has just been really good and switched on right from the get-go. So there's not a lot you can do when you're shooting over 50% from the three-point line.
George for two. Not this time.
Other than things like they were going under pick and roll and leaving them wide open, you need to now make an adjustment and start fighting over. Perhaps look at switching more. Adelaide have a very athletic lineup with very mobile bigs that can switch out onto guards. So they're just going to need to try a few different things here until they find something that really clicks and works for them. But scoring has been tough for them all season.
It's Basham looking to make a move. Another chance gone begging. It's two things. Then you find their rhythm in the offensive end, but try and throw Sydney off their rhythm as well, as Morris with the putback adds a couple more.
Well, it's just things like that. Swain still got a really nice open look, but it missed, but then Morris just cleans up for the easy board. You've got to find Morris really early because she is not going to get any smaller as the game goes on.
Bourlays misses the three-point attempt, but does it at the defensive end.
That's what you need.
Off to Dean, who can't capitalise.
Yep. That's exactly what they need. They just need to start finishing those baskets. But as mentioned, putting points on the board has been their nemesis all season.
George to respond at the other end, can't do so, and Turner with the rebound, leading the competition in average rebounds per game. Gives it off to Dean. Flames by 20. Dean unsure where to go, back to Turner. They swing it across. Andrews from downtown. Just what Adelaide needed.
Absolutely. Great shot there by Andrews, and it came off some pretty good movement, but she's obviously feeling it.
Taylor. Can't find the bottom of the net. I think it might have been Basham actually with that last three-point conversion. Swain up to 8 points. George with 7 as we take a look at our Amy replay. So here is Basham from long range. And we're heading to a timeout here in the second quarter. It is the Flames still well in control, 35-18.
Make sure she doesn't get a catch and shoot three. And make sure our take two is ready to rotate there if we need to. All right, next play, we're on a 33.
Welcome back to Qudos Bank Arena. After a timeout in the second quarter, Flames leading the Lightning 35-18. They're led by 21 at quarter time. The Lightning have cut into this deficit ever so slightly, scoring the 9 points to 5 so far in the second quarter, but just coughed it up again at their offensive end.
You can see Cherie Kalia hit the court for her first game. Congratulations, she hit her 50th game in the WNBL last game.
Milestones galore at the moment. And she is Kalia. For the Flames, off to George, who pulls the trigger. Can't get it to go as we head courtside and check in with Nath.
Guy Malloy that timeout just wanted them to rein it in. After the quarter-time break, he said they'd gone 4 in a row quick shots. Their success came from swinging the ball and looking at better shots, as you can see by the Flames, 9 assists. He also mentioned Brooke Basham and her 2 triples, no open catch-and-shoot threes for her.
Thank you, Nath. There's, beautiful feed, and Taylor converts.
Just on the back of what Coach Guy Malloy's saying, I had a good chat with him through the week. He has been absolutely, Flames have been decimated by injuries and losing Lauren Nicholson and Dee Dee Richards like literally a week or so before the start of the season. So this season the tactics have had to, and the goals and targets have been a bit different. He's had a very young team, and you can just see every week they're just getting better and better, and that means sometimes the turnovers are higher, turnovers are consistent, sometimes they play a bit better than not. Same with Geelong, these young teams with young players, but as the season goes on, and as you can see today, when they're hot, they're hot.
As well, you can add to that list Emma Clark and Michaela Rufus Morris again with their second putback of the quarter.
Yeah, that's absolutely killing Adelaide. They're not going to fight their way back into this game if they keep allowing easy putbacks on the offensive rebounds.
Margin back to 19. Catch and shoot again from Basham. Guy Malloy said to watch out for that. And they've left her open again, and she capitalises.
Wide open with no defenders whatsoever. So that was a nice little gift.
Adelaide trying to stay in touch. Morris loses her feet, she's okay.
Beautiful shooting by Basham. So it's back to 16 points. We have seen far larger deficits close this season.
Guy Malloy.
Hence Guy Malloy's message in the timeout. Stay patient, move the ball, that's what's working for us. I think that's a really key message for the young Flames.
A moment to thank Signet. Stay powered with Signet, Australia's favourite power bank brand. Keep your devices charged and never miss a moment. Visit signet.com to find your perfect power bank. Shot clock ticking down here. What will Sydney produce? Talbot with the block. Did well defensively, Adelaide, but they cough it up again. Kalia goes herself and makes them pay.
Great energy play from Clear there. That was an automatic 2 points coming up for Adelaide.
Bourne for 3 is no good. Flames led by 21 at quarter time. Just maintaining the advantage here in the second. Hot start to them. Dale bounces off the rim. She gets it back again. This time the easier layup also can't get it done. Morris again. She is formidable under the rack at the moment.
Offensive rebounding is killing the Lightning.
The Lightning 23.
So we're heading to a timeout here in the second. That margin back out to 20 points. The Flames 43 to 23. And you may also notice today that play into this margin. It was Sydney by 21 at quarter time, and they currently lead by 20. And I think they're their own worst enemy at times. They're just coughing it up and haven't protected the ball.
They really haven't. You can just see body language at the moment. They already look a little bit defeated. Hopefully they keep reiterating that message that there is so long to go in this game. One possession at a time. They need to stay positive, keep their heads up, focus on the things that you can control, which is all the effort things. Blocking out is something that's just a not negotiable, and right now they're not getting that done.
Morris is causing some headaches. She's up to 10 points for Sydney, and leading the way for Adelaide is Brooke Basham with 11.
I must say I'm getting very distracted by the awesome music that Qudos is playing. Whitney Houston, Cher.
It's an absolute vibe at the moment. Basham cannot miss from three-point range. And she just missed her first attempt. She was 3 from 3 up until that point. Let's head courtside again and check in with Nate, who was around the Adelaide huddle at that last time out.
Well, while Larissa was enjoying the Whitney Houston Kiss Cam music, Scott Ninnis was ripping into the Lightning about boxing out and just keeping them off the glass. Not only offensive rebounding, but offensive rebounding putbacks. He said, at worst, as I'm standing right next to the siren, at worst, foul them and put them to the line. No more easy baskets.
There is absolutely nothing more frustrating than watching. You actually do a pretty good job defensively, force the miss. Your message is normally as a coach, one and done. One shot only, no second or third effort. So it is really, it's a hard watch from the sideline when you're not getting those effort things done.
Flames by 20. Dean goes for it. Can't get it to go.
There's definitely glad wrap on their ring up that end. We'll see if Sydney remove it at half time.
4 from 16.
Here we go.
Attempts. Here's the steal. Can Dean finish it off? No! Oh, they just cannot buy a basket at the moment. Sydney doing as they please.
Oh dear. It gets to that point where that is, you really feel for them. It's so many layups and easy open looks that have just not dropped. But credit to Sydney, they sprinted back on defense. The energy is just so far higher by the Flames right from the get-go.
Yeah, they've certainly come to play today.
They really have.
Into the final minute of the first half, which has been dominated by Sydney. Another personal for Morris. Maybe a third personal as well.
Returning for our Flames, number 13, Kayla George.
She's going to head to the bench for a little rest.
Back in for the Lightning.
He's started well, 10 points.
10 rebounds
already double.
Yeah, double. Great start by Morris.
Somebody has taken a while to find her feet in this Sydney lineup. She's really starting to hit her straps at the right time of the year. It's come off the Flames, so it'll remain with the Lightning.
Great help there by Swain to run across and look for that steal, knowing very quickly that Bourne would have put that shot up.
All right, I need you for 4.5
Again, it's just an energy
seconds.
play.
Right here. Defense.
A reminder to make sure you're following all of the live stats of today's game in the free WNBL app. You can also check out game highlights, team and player info, and plenty more. So download it today from the App Store.
Great headline play by Adelaide Lightning then. Much needed jump shot by Talbot.
We're heading to another timeout here in this second quarter. Still the Flames lead by 20. A chance to get back in the top 4. They coughed up their spot last week. Geelong currently sitting in 4th position on the ladder, and the Flames sitting behind in 5th. Adelaide still a chance to make the top 4, but they've lost 4 in a row, and they need to start to find their rhythm and gain some momentum if they want to play finals this season. Basham leading the way with 11 points, Talbot up to 6. For the Flames, Morris, as we've mentioned, has had an outstanding first half with the 12 points. Swain on 8 as well.
What a great spread though. George on 7, and then all their starters have hit the scoreboard.
There's rebounds as well, 30 to 20.
But also 3 players pitching in from off the bench. I mean, that's 8 scorers that Adelaide have to focus on guarding. Great job by the Flames.
It makes it difficult when you get that spread of contributors as well across the board. As we get play back underway.
Liking this full court pressure here by Adelaide.
Sydney trying to find their way through. Swain misses.
Great job.
Yeah, beautiful team play, and Bourne finishes it off.
Good to see Bourne giving that target inside. She's got great height on her. Had the mismatch.
Final play of the first half, Kalia off to Pittman, celebrating her 21st birthday today. She picks up the foul.
Lightning foul, the 24. her first.
Japrice Dean picking up that foul. 0 for 5 from the field today for Japrice Dean. Swain from the corner is no good, and that'll do us for the first half at Qudos Bank Arena. And it could not have been a better first half if you are a Sydney Flames fan. They've absolutely dominated the Lightning to lead 45-27. An absolute superb display. Plenty for the Adelaide Lightning to work on at halftime if they are to try and mount a comeback in the second half and keep their finals chances alive. And the Sydney Flames getting the job done in style. Looking to snap a 3-game losing streak, the Sydney Flames, and get back into that finals contention as we head courtside to Nathan Stremble, who is with one of their star players, Kayla George.
Kayla, heck of a start for your group on what's an enormous day with Pink Hoops. Your Maya's got a double-double already. You're at 7-7. Shanice shooting the lights out. It must feel good.
Yeah, it does feel good. We didn't really have a great road trip last week, so we were on the road for 8 days. So I'm happy to be home and happy to be playing here and happy to be, wearing pink. And this is a really great thing that we're doing today. Recognising, a lot of people have connections and know people that have had breast cancer, and the McGrath Foundation do amazing things. And obviously, it's close to our hearts, in particular because of Tiana, and this day is for Tiana. So, I said to the girls before the game, as long as we can play hard and play for something bigger than this game of basketball, right? Because it is bigger than this, perspective on life, right? So this one's for Tiana.
Mic drop. Well played, Kayla. All the best for the second.
Thank you, mate.
Kayla George couldn't have said it.
Drive lane experience. Ladies, do you think you can get a layup? Yes. Love it. All right, Sydney, do we think these ladies can get a layup? All right, I think Qudos is behind you. It's a competition. We have one signed ball to give away. Lily, you're going to go down, go for a layup, and try to get as many free throws as you can after 30 seconds on the clock. All right, Sydney, let's count down for Lily. And 3, 2, 1, go Lily, go! She's driving down, she's got the feet, she's got the handle, and she's got the bucket. Yeah, the crowd goes wild. Here she is. Time for the free throws now. This is the baseball break on the line. Didn't get the first one. Let's get behind her, Sydney. Pulls up on the second. Just a touch short. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Buzzer beater. Just missed it. Bring it in, Lily. It was a good outfit. That's it. Loved your work. So fast on that layup. But now it's time for Chloe. Sydney, let's count Chloe down. In 3, 2, 1. Let's go, Chloe. She is driving the lane, all thanks to your local Ford dealer. Boom! Bucket is good. Yeah, good clap and you show on that free-throw line. First one is good. She is looking to pick Lily here to get the signed basketball, but she's got to hope she can beat Charlie. 2, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Two buckets is good. All right, superstar effort there, Chloe. But we have Charlie, and I don't know if you've noticed Charlie's hair, but it is perfect for Pink Hoops round. They are some swishy braids if I've ever seen them. Charlie, you ready? Yeah, you are. Come on, do we think Charlie's ready? All right, let's count it down. In 3, 2, 1. Go, Charlie, go! She is driving the lane. Look at those handles. Coming up, she's pulled up for a jumper. Go again, Charlie, go again.
love of sport started by chasing James and Ella around in the backyard. You always loved being part of a team. You loved netball carnivals, state champs, and going on trips with all your close friends. You always loved watching or being around sport no matter what it was. Your first Lightning game was a final and you were part of the crowd. Now, could you believe it? You're on the court you once watched from the stands. The little girl who went and watched the Lightning play for the first time could have never imagined what could have actually happened over the next couple of years. You have done things and experienced things that so many little girls could only have dreamed of doing. However, you absolutely could have not experienced any of these things without Mum and Dad, James and Ella. Family. They are your rock and keep you balanced through everything. Their shoulders will always be there to cry on and be there to share hugs for some of your most amazing memories. You will, with time, be able to navigate your way through new challenges that present themselves. Even if some things take longer to work out, know and believe that it will be okay. You have made some of your best friends playing this sport and have been able to travel the world dribbling the ball you once were in the front yard with James. Always remember to work hard and find enjoyment in the little things that you do. Be kind to yourself, keep finding new ways to grow and learn, and most importantly, be proud of yourself always.
A beautiful piece by one of the rising stars of Australian national basketball, Izzy Borlays, and the Adelaide Lightning fans will be hoping she can put in a strong second half at Qudos Bank Arena. Half time, and it is the Flames who brought the heat in that opening half. They shot the lights out of this contest. They led by 21 points at quarter time and currently lead by 18 at the main break. Jess Webster and Larissa Anderson with you in commentary to take a look at some of the halftime highlights. Larissa, Sydney simply couldn't do anything wrong.
Oh, they're just playing beautiful team basketball right now. As we've mentioned a couple of times, they've got 8 scorers on the board. They're shooting the lights out from the three-point line. They're dominating the rebounds. They've already got 9 more boards than Adelaide do. They've got 10 offensive rebounds. So anytime you're heading to 20-plus offensive rebounds, it should be overall a good day. But up the other end, I think hopefully they watch Izzy Borlays' halftime talk. She talks about enjoyment and the small things, and that's exactly what Adelaide need to get back to doing, just focusing on enjoying it out there, one game, one possession at a time, doing all the effort things and having some fun out there.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a really good point you make. Still a lot of basketball we played in the second half, so it's not beyond the Lightning if they can get their game going. The key stats to halftime. Morris is putting in a fantastic performance. Already a double-double, 12 points and 10 rebounds, particularly those offensive rebounds causing headaches for Adelaide at the moment. And Basham with the 11 points as well. So half-time, plenty of work to do for Adelaide in the second half. Sydney in control. They lead by 18 at the main break. And as we take you to the break, let's check out the Dream Courts plays of the round from round 11.
Sharp straight down the keyway, high off the window and in.
Rush there. Longer. Big block from Turner.
Oh, the response down the other end is huge from Atwell.
The spin. The points are going to count. Hoop plus the harm. And Alex Fowler will go to the line for one more.
Trapped down that sideline. How they release Shelley. Audacious. Bingo!
Oh, that's what happens when you are confident.
wait to see you all back at Key Center for the Flames' next home game on Saturday, the 25th of January. It's our Members Appreciation Round, meaning there'll be multiple activations and prizes for you to enjoy. See you there next Saturday. Ladies and gentlemen, this is your last chance to sign up for Hoops Capital Academy's Rising Flames Clinics, happening at Hoops Capital East this Monday, January 20th, and Tuesday, January 21st. All you young female Hoopers, join us for an exciting opportunity to learn from your Flames heroes. Limited spaces remain. To sign up, scan the QR code on the screen now. All right, everybody, let's head down to Brianna now, who is standing by with the special guest for you.
That's right. Thank you, Eric. I am here with none other than Flames President Victoria Denhart. And Victoria, can you show us your nails? Look, you've come prepared. It's pink round. How does it make you feel to see a sea of pink out here today?
Yeah, honestly, walking in today was incredible. The vibes are great. The pink is great. You know, it's super exciting to see everyone rally around such an important cause and organization.
Incredibly so. And talking about things that are great, how great was that first half?
Yeah, I mean, we came out firing. It's almost like there's a donation on the line for every 3 made. That was a, you know, expensive first quarter for our amazing sponsors.
And for me also personally, so I'm loving it, guys. We heard about it a little bit before. Tiana Mangakahia, obviously, assistant coach, former player, someone very close to all of our hearts. And she spoke about how this started. Can you take us back to how this came about?
Yeah, 3 seasons ago, Tiana was one of our incredible starting point guards. And she approached me and was like, hey, you know, I've come through breast cancer. I'm a survivor. I want to raise awareness. What can we do? And together we had our first Pink Hoops game 3 seasons ago. It was just a Flames game. And at that point in time, Tiana was an incredible player for us. Unfortunately, not even a few months later, she was re-diagnosed with breast cancer. And suddenly this platform and this game
I remember going into that meeting with the oncologist and her explaining that my cancer had spread into other areas and that you shouldn't play anymore. I am Tiana Mangakahia and I was a former professional basketball player. And I just remember Mum coming home from work and I had the piece of paper in my hand. I was like, no way, like this is happening again. Especially after the season I had just had. And so then I just started crying even more. Being partners with the McGrath Foundation is huge. All the help that I've received from my breast care nurse has been more than I could have imagined. That's why the McGrath Foundation initiative to have 250 breast care nurses by 2025 is so important. And I just hope that people that are going through what I'm going through know that this is accessible for them. They've helped me so much and I'm just really grateful for that.
Tracy, what does a day like today mean to you at the McGrath Foundation, but also people and their families going through a cancer journey?
Well, not only is it a fantastic way to talk about the McGrath Foundation and the great work that we do, because 1 in 2 people we diagnose with cancer. So we're here to raise funds for more McGrath cancer care nurses to bring that free care.
1 in 2 is a wild statistic. How can people support you at the McGrath Foundation today?
Well, there's lots of ways. We've got lots of volunteers going around the ground. Make a donation, get one of the pink headbands. There's a QR code on screen, and there's merchandise at the stores.
And Tracy, what does a day like today mean? 3rd year of Pink Hoops. What does it mean to unite in pink as a community today?
Well, firstly, we're incredibly grateful to be having this partnership, but what it means is the more money that we can raise, the more McGrath cancer care nurses that we can get in the community, give that free care, not only to the patient, but to their whole family.
Tracy, so much. And we know Tiana still has her support from her McGrath care nurse. On behalf of all of the viewers and the supporters of basketball, thank you for the work you do at McGrath Foundation.
Thank you, and I want to thank the whole of Australia for the support that you give us so we can do that work.
Thanks, Tracy.
Great stuff, a special day An important day on the WNBL calendar, the third annual Pink Hoops match here at Qudos Bank Arena. It is halftime and Sydney are leading by 18 points over Adelaide. Jess Webster and Larissa Anderson with you in commentary. And Larissa, I think Kayla George said it best in her halftime interview. They spoke pre-game about playing bigger than the match itself, given the occasion of being the Pink Hoops match today. And so far they're performing well. But more importantly, it's about what they can do off the court as well today.
Absolutely. Kayla absolutely nailed it when she used the word perspective. Perspective is that it's bigger than the game. This is just a game at the end of the day. It's something that we all love. We love the league. We want to make finals. We want to achieve things. But at the end of the day, people like Tiana are battling something far bigger than a game of basketball, and that's what today is about. And it's great to see such a good game and for the Flames to be lifting so beautifully for that event.
It is a wonderful atmosphere at Qudos Bank Arena at the moment as we get the third quarter underway. What can Adelaide produce in their second half, or will Sydney continue their ways? A big block from Turner sends it out of play, but it will remain with the Flames in possession.
8 seconds to shoot.
Came out firing in that first quarter. They put on 30 points in the first quarter to lead by 21 at quarter time and led by 18 at half-time. So Adelaide cutting to that margin ever so slightly as Dale pulls the trigger. It's an important defensive stop for Adelaide to kick off the third quarter.
Let's see how Adelaide, so far you can already see the energy on the bench is way better than what it was in the first half. So that's what I've noticed straight away. Hopefully it transpires here into their offense. All they need is to string a few good stops and scores together. I know that sounds easier said than done. But confidence and momentum swings very, very quickly, as we've seen all season.
It certainly does. They haven't just found their radar so far, the Lightning, when it comes to their shooting. But if they start to drop, anything can happen. Borlase and Dean combined here. They're yet to find themselves on the scoreboard, and Dean again misses. So Borlase and Dean can get up and running. All of a sudden things can shift.
So there's a little gimme there. One of the unforced errors that Sydney have been known for through the season, and didn't really have many of those at all in the first half.
Let's see if they can make it count. Turner for Bourne, goes for it from long range. It's off target.
I just feel like Adelaide need to get inside more. They really do live and die by the outside. Even Izzy Bourne, she's a beautiful three-point shooter, but she's also one of their real bigs. They really do need a bigger presence inside more consistently.
4 from 17 from three-point range as well. As we see a foul.
Lightning foul before taking Izzy Borlase, her first.
Completing 31%, 30% from the field of the Lightning.
Not often do you see a team shoot themselves out of woes. It really has to be done through high percentage looks.
And that's come off the leg of Borlase. Just hasn't quite had an impact yet, Izzy Borlase. Young guard for this Adelaide lineup, so yet to find any points. George to Swain, dancing around the defense. Can't put it on the scoreboard. So they started well defensive here, the Lightning. Just haven't managed to convert that into scoreboard pressure. But it starts with the defense.
Absolutely. But confidence for most players and teams does come from capitalising with some baskets up the other end. But it only takes a couple, as we've said. That's a really good look there.
And Turner drives and converts. And again, another defensive stop here from Adelaide. You can see the bench is up and about, trying to bring the energy.
Well, if you're Coach Ninnis, you'd know that Sydney do average 19.1 turnovers a game, and you'd be hoping that they start gifting some of those in the second half, and so far they have.
I think they had 3 turnovers to half-time, Sydney. So can Adelaide make the most of this little shift here? Turner, yes, that drops.
So just like that, just a little momentum swing here. See if Sydney can settle.
4 points to nothing to start the third. Flames looking for a response, and they do it in style through Taylor.
When Swain is balanced and has intent on those drives, it creates some really lovely baskets for the Flames.
Dean, who's also yet to hit the scoreboard today, and she's just some miscommunication. She sends it out of play.
And Kalia just very cheekily saying thanks for the pass on the bench. Would love to shoot it. Love it.
Swain swings it across to George, who feeds Pittman inside. She gets the rebound. Swain somehow keeps it alive, but they eventually turn it over.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, it's turnovers galore at the moment. So Turner was looking for Borlase, and it goes out of play. And after all that, it'll be Sydney with possession.
That was a really hard watch then. Both teams doing everything that they can. They've just got to look after the ball.
Flames by 17. Morris with the 12 points and 10 rebounds. She was incredible in that first half. She's got 3 personals as well. She's leading the way for the Flames as Swain makes a move. And for the Lightning, Asham still leading the way with 11 points. Turner and Bourne with 7. Talbot on 6, but they really need to find some other avenues to scoring. Try and put some pressure on this Flames side as Swain finds herself at the line.
Great drive there by Swain, and would you believe this is their first trip to the free throw line for the game? When you're shooting like that from the three-point line, you're not attacking as much. So Swain identifying some very close attention by Steph Talbot there. Great read.
2 from 2. Lead back out to 19.
That's better by Bourne.
Inside to Bourne.
Much better. And what you'll find is that lifts her confidence, and then no doubt she'll start hitting those threes after that. But they're the baskets the Lightning need.
Oh, George, beautiful play.
And that's the baskets the Flames need. That's a great play there again off the mid pick and roll.
Oh, Dean, they go for Bourne again, and it's off the hands of Sydney, so it'll remain with the Lightning.
A foul called there. Bourne giving a great target inside on the fast break.
Let's take another look on our Amy replay of this last triple in the corner from Taylor. Beautiful shot.
Pittman, yeah. Just her first foul, Carla Pittman there. Guy not agreeing.
Coaches ever agree to any foul call?
Very rarely.
Borlase swings it across to Talbot, and they look to go inside, but this time it was well read by the Sydney defence, and Taylor takes it away. Finds her way through traffic into the corner for Pittman. It's no good. Turner with another rebound. Dean races away. Talbot back to Dean, wide open, feet set. She needed that. And she's still yet to hit the scoreboard, Japrice Dean. Pittman gets around Borlase. Swain, top of the arc. Thanks for coming.
Beautiful shot by Swain, but that was just gorgeous ball movement overall by the Flames.
Talbot against Swain. Tried to go herself, Talbot, and just couldn't find the finish.
I didn't mind that drive. I mean, a couple of times recognised that there was no split line. Oh my goodness.
Swain does it again! Unstoppable!
We've said it once. We'll say it again, you cannot leave her open.
Unbelievable. Flames leading the Lightning 58-33 as we head to a timeout.
$100 voucher for the best hair flick. And I feel like these girls can show
Okay, less hands looking, more hands looking. All right,
Welcome back to Qudos Bank Arena. Timeout here in the third quarter thanks to back-to-back triples to Shanice Swain. The Sydney Flames find themselves with a new game-high lead of 25 points, absolutely dominating the Adelaide Lightning. 5 minutes to go in the third. Adelaide trying to turn it around. Bourne looking for Dean and can't keep it alive.
I do really like, though, that they're trying to go inside, but now Sydney are playing pretty smartly defensively.
Yeah, they're reading it well, aren't they?
They're reading it well, but that then leaves someone open for Adelaide from the perimeter to drive or cut to the basket, so they need to persevere.
So there's an opportunity as Sydney turn it over. Is it the right method for Adelaide as you watch them try and manufacture these shots? And it's the execution that's letting them down, or are they just not making the right decisions?
Well, they're just, it's a little bit of both, to be honest, and that is what they need more than anything. Their confidence is taking an almighty shot here just because their baskets are not dropping. They are actually getting some pretty good looks.
Swain with a hot hand. She does it again, Shanice Swain.
Heat check on Swain. That is just another beautiful shot there.
So good to watch as Talbot fires back.
Love it. This is what we want. These are two teams that can still amazingly make finals.
Tapia feeds George, and that rolls in as we head courtside and check in with Nath after that last time out. Nath, what did you find out?
Well, Scott Ninnis and the Adelaide Lightning looking for answers. The hot-handed Shanice Swain is causing them problems, so looking to change up what they're doing defensively. Steph Talbot with 8 points, keeping them in it. Look for them to switch it up defensively to try and disrupt the hot hand of the Flames.
Thank you, Nath. Sydney just have looked like they've done it with ease, really, so far this match. So Adelaide just haven't managed to, as Nath said, find a way to disrupt Flames.
Well, there's a huge discrepancy in the rebounds right now, so that would be a really good place for them to start. No more offensive rebounds, dominate the defensive boards, get themselves on the offensive boards and get some easy putbacks.
Taylor misses from the corner. It's Basham. Kicks it off to Turner. Bourne. There's a few to beat, and they pick it off the Flames. Taylor races down the other end and gets the contact.
Great take there by Taylor, really strong, with intent. She was going to go to that basket hard.
A chance to call all sports teams, say goodbye to travel headaches and hello to CTM Sport. CTM are 100% committed to delivering excellence in their field. Leave the logistics to the travel experts so your athletes can focus on what they do best. Learn more at ctmsport.com.au. First miss from the free throw line to the Flames this afternoon, but Taylor makes the second attempt.
Go to work, Sydney. Defense.
23 points the margin. Less than 3 to play in the third. Basham pulls the trigger. It's no good.
Last few possessions, we've really seen them try and go inside at Bourne. I think if they can get a nice mix, they really do need to try and get Bourlaise and Dean into this game as well. Talbot's kind of just doing what Talbot does, but Bourlaise and Dean could be the difference if they could get them going.
Impressive performance so far from Sydney. Fighting for that fourth position. Andrew's trying to get in on the act. It was Basham. My apologies.
They do look very similar from the opposite side of the court, don't worry.
Gets me every time. Andrews to inbound and gives it off to Talbot. Share it around the perimeter. The big bump on Shanice Swain, and that's going to go the way of Adelaide.
It's a good hard screen there.
Get another look.
I think she surprised herself how well she got over that there. Pink everywhere, isn't it great?
Oh, it's wonderful scenes and beautiful atmosphere at Qudos Bank Arena. Talbot looking to make her move. Turner keeps it alive. Can Bourne make it count? No, she can't. Another rebound to Morris, who's back out onto the floor. That'll be a foul. So, Shanice Swain, 19 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists so far. She's been outstanding for the Flames. Talbot with the 14 points for the Lightning. George coming off a 27-point performance against Geelong. Can't add to her tally here.
To shoot, 5 seconds.
Turner averaging just over 3 blocks a game. Not much gets past her.
Having an outstanding season. Taylor, George in the corner.
Shot clock violation.
So they're getting the stops, Lightning. They're just not capitalising down the other end.
Yeah, we've discussed it a few times that has been their weakness for a majority or most of this season. Their high score coming against the, one of their wins, their round 8 win against Sydney when they scored 86 points.
Averaging the 73 points per game this season. Sydney not much further ahead, averaging the 78.
Swain just getting a nice little high five to the face.
Borlase loses it. Hasn't been her afternoon.
It really hasn't. That's happened to her a couple of times, bouncing it off her leg, out of bounds. Sometimes it's just not your night, but no doubt she's not going to stop trying.
Swain goes to ground.
Swain getting well acquainted with the floor this quarter.
Tough customer though. An outstanding player she is. There's still so much basketball ahead of her as well. It's scary to think just how good she can become.
Particularly, we've seen that, another conversation I had with head coach Guy Malloy, she is such a young player, and like most young players, and like most players, confidence is a real thing. So those games where she's had the high turnover count, it's always from trying something new. She is, I think, still learning just how quick and athletic she actually can be. And she has played a lot more of the ball handling point guard role than what was probably planned this season. So it's been a huge season for her in terms of development. Coach Malloy doing a great job with her and the rest of the young Flames.
Averaging a 16.1 points per game, 3.3 rebounds and a touch over 4 assists per game. And she is still just 21 years of age. And she heads to the bench for a well-earned rest. So tick into the final minute of the third quarter. Sydney continuing to be in full control. Turner gives it off to Borlase. And that's going to be off the hand of Sydney.
You can just see Adelaide only working that one side of the floor and Sydney getting a good 3 deflections, just disrupting them constantly. Really good defense by the Flames.
Turner.
Great drive by Turner.
Takes her tally to 9 points and 9 rebounds as well, so she's in double-double territory. There's Brianna Turner. One of the shining lights for Adelaide this season. Shot clock ticking down for Sydney. Oh, well read and picked off by Andrews. Looking to capitalise on the fast transition. Borlase picks up
She
the
seems
foul.
okay.
Kalia gets to her feet. A little sore.
This could be all that Ball needs here. Nothing better for a shooter than to get to the foul line.
She waits for a shot. It's a chance to thank Ford. Ford dealers are all about supporting the game here in Australia, from Ford Aussie Hoops to the WNBL. They've been backing Aussie sports and communities for nearly 100 years. So when you're ready to hit the court, your local Ford dealer is here to help you get to the game. Izzy Borlase, and we're going to do that again, but first shot was the first point of the match. And 2 from 2, nicely done. So she's on the score sheet, Borlase. Kayla George. There's a little bit of a wrestle there between Tupaya and Andrews. He's having a bit of a
It's a
chat to
great
the
little
ref.
battle there.
It is. The shot on replay.
Andrew's asking the question, who's hooking whose arms there, and still having a little conversation there. Talia is very cagey, very strategic. She's a very clever, strong player. Not much physicality is going to bother her.
Playing game number 150 today. Championship winner in 2017 for Sydney. Debuted as a 15-year-old back in 2012. Spent some time away from the game, but she's back with a bang this season.
Nice to see Adelaide having a smile there. Nice strong drive here by Turner. Morris not appreciating that call, felt she got it, and she probably did get a lot of hand to the ball there, but there was a lot of body contact around Turner. It's 1 from 4 for Turner now. Hopefully she can. There you go.
Second one rattles in.
Neither team have been to the foul line all that much this game.
So 3/4 time as we turn for home. The Flames still well in control at Qudos Bank Arena with a place in the finals on the line. They lead the Adelaide Lightning 68-45 at 3/4 time.
Well, Flames and Kings fans, it's 3/4 time, which means I've got a question for you. Are y'all ready to win? Y'all ready to win? That's right. It is time for Harvey Norman's big giveaway. 3 prizes up for grabs. As the sun will off, we have the Canon R100 kit. Yep, it's a twin kit. Who is going to win it? Let me see you dance, Flames and Kings fans. This is brought to you by Harvey Norman, supported by Canon. The Canon R100 Twin Kit. Oh, the sprinkler. Love a retro move. Ballerina's shaking it. Congratulations, you and the tutu. You're taking it home. But there's more. Oh, there's much more. We've got the Canon Compact Photo Printer Selfie. Who's taking home this prize? Up on your feet, we want to see who is going to win. All thanks to Harvey Norman, supported by Canon. Grab our camera's attention. Show us why you deserve to win. Yeah. Pink jacket with the moves. You are our winner. You are taking home that Canon Compact Photo Printer Selfie. But Sydney, Flames and Kings fans, there's one more prize up for grabs. The Canon PowerShot V10. Dance, dance like you need to win. Let's go. Who is
early in the third, but Sydney just managed to turn it around and get the match back on their terms to open up a new game-high lead. They've been phenomenal this afternoon.
Yeah, look, Sydney have, other than that little patch in the third quarter where Adelaide really did sneak some momentum back, Sydney have been very consistent, very strong, hard to guard, led by some beautiful shooting from Swain.
It's just been superb this afternoon. 21 points for Shanice Swain, 5 rebounds and 5 assists as well. A chance for us to check in courtside to Nathan Strempel for an update.
Thanks, Jess. Listening to both sides during the break. For the Lightning, it's gotten intercepted multiple times. We need to throw caution to the wind. He's moved Steph Talbot to the 4 to go with a smaller lineup and try and find their way back in. Remember, the Lightning were down 18-0 to start the game, down 21 at the first quarter break, and they've held serve throughout. For the Flames, Guy Malloy, ever the teacher, just detailed in their execution and just said, stay with the defense, stay with the defense.
Thank you, Nath. Is Taylor looking to make a move, and that has, last touch Sydney, so it'll be an Adelaide ball. And I think we were through at three-quarter time, but it's some different messages. You think Sydney will want a strong four-quarter performance. They've been so good up until this point, they wouldn't want to take their foot off the gas. And for Adelaide, it's probably just about trying to find some positives in this last quarter. And it's anything can happen. They can actually crawl back this margin, but it's all that confidence, you think, for them in this last quarter.
Yeah, and they got some really nice baskets and stops in a row in the third quarter. If they can do that more, anything can happen. They've just got to, tonight Swain is on fire, so make sure she does not get any open looks. Keep Kayla off the boards. Keep Morris off the boards. Just things like that that are really affecting them consistently all game. You can only deal with one at a time, but Adelaide do have the matchups to get those things done.
See what they can produce in this final quarter. Sydney with possession. George from downtown bounces off the rim, and that is going to be a Sydney possession. We're going to have a little chat about it. So it's going to be Lightning with possession. Bruce Dean with ball in hand, still yet to hit the scoreboard. 0 from 7 from the field, 0 from 3 from beyond the arc. Just hasn't been her afternoon. She is a quality player who she is trying to manufacture something for her side. Looking to give it off to Turner, who's had a bit of a fumble, and that's off Sydney.
Yeah, good heads-up play by Turner there, falling out of court. Quickly flicked it off the Flames' feet. I mean, when Dean is feeling it, she'd be pulling up and shooting that jump shot. You can see she's just second-guessing herself at the moment. She really needs to keep backing herself. She's a quality player.
Lovely move from Turner, takes the tally to 14 points and 9 rebounds. Kalia for the Flames, one-on-one against Dean. Draws the foul.
Tough finish there too by 51 gamer. Kalia.
So she heads to the line. Chance to thank Latina Fresh for a quick and easy weeknight dinner that the whole family will enjoy. Make sure you pick up a family pack of Latina Fresh pasta and sauce. Ready in minutes and so delicious. There won't be any complaints at the dinner table. We promise you that. Find Latina Fresh in the chilled pasta aisle near you.
Morris almost getting herself another offensive rebound there. She's really positioning herself around the basket beautifully today. Has really gotten after it. Had a huge contributing factor to the scoreboard up both ends.
Margin currently sitting at 20. Here is Japrice Dean for her first bucket of the afternoon.
And that is her basket. Really lovely basket. Good to see her back herself there.
Want to be a weight lifted off her shoulders, you'd think. Foul going against Izzy Bourne. Swain has just been dominant today, as we've mentioned. 21 points, 4 from 4 from the free throw line, 5 rebounds, 5 assists. Been involved in a bit of everything. Here she is swinging across to Paya through the hands of Pittman, back to Swain. Shot clock ticking down, so Swain goes, I'll go myself. Can't get it to go that time.
So this could bring it back to 15.
See what play they can draw up here. Dean, her first points a couple of moments ago, but she's offline.
From the same spot too. She just faded a bit to her left there.
18 points the margin. Tapia finds her way through. Draws the contact. She's off to the line.
You can just see on this drive, just see how balanced Tapia stays. She's just so strong. In no hurry, takes her time, has a look around her.
An 150th match that she will remember as well in this Pink Hoops clash, inspired by the journey of Tiana Mangakahia. And those two played alongside each other at the Under-19 World Championships back in 2013, so a bit of history.
Winning a bronze together, they did, really special. I'm sure it'll mean the world to them that they're able to celebrate these things together today.
Swain, as you mentioned, well acquainted with the floor.
She really is.
This afternoon, Dean makes it count. As we head to a timeout here in the last quarter. It was Sydney by 21 at quarter time, 18 at half time, 22 at three-quarter time. Adelaide have started the last strongly, but it is Sydney still well on top on the scoreboard. As we head to this timeout, chance to thank Foot Locker is celebrating 50 years of sneakers, and you can celebrate their half-century in the current hoop season by grabbing the latest kicks and apparel at your nearest Foot Locker, the official major partner of the WNBL.
To get on the ring more, we've got to go inside. Right, that's a good matchup. Let the post get touched. When the guards catch the ball, keep putting pressure on them. Feed in the paint, great job, and get our free throw. Our defense is not the same urgency. We have to get stops now. Fill that captain spot and guard really well. All right. Our next play. We're going to go flash four. Flash four. Here we go. Come on.
Great access to the Sydney Flames huddle. Guy Malloy very clear, you need to get stops. So certainly wanting to finish this match off strongly. The margin is 18 points, so anything can happen in about 7 minutes of basketball. Guy Malloy not willing to take any chances.
Well, he's just recognising that going inside is really working for them, so pleading with them to keep going inside. That inside-outside game is hard to guard. And it is doing really well for them today.
Shanice Swain looking to feed George. Turner for company. Kicks it out to Dees, he's onto the floor. Back to George for two. Morris again so strong underneath the basket.
Yeah, she has done such a great job on the boards. Both ends. But you can just see she's got front position there. That just should not be happening. That's just effort there by Adelaide to get that front position. Easy to sit in the commentary box and say that.
She's been hard to stop this afternoon. This match, of course, the first of a doubleheader of Signet WNBL hoops this afternoon. We've got Bendigo and Geelong coming up after this. Bendigo in first position, Geelong clinging to fourth. Sydney looking to take over Geelong in that fourth place.
Yeah, really looking forward to seeing Geelong's confidence up, momentum. Fantastic win against the Flames. This will be a really good test to see where they're at.
Yeah, certainly will against that formidable Bendigo outfit at the moment. Swain at the line, adds a couple more to her tally. She's been one of their best today. She's been one of their best all season. And that lead is back out to 20. 6 minutes to play. Talbot in game number 200 this afternoon. Goes to Turner, under pressure. And can't find the finish.
Just getting into a horn set there, but it didn't appear that they really were on the same page, but ended up getting an okay basket shot out of it.
this inside the paint. Comes up short, tries to keep it alive, but goes straight to Adelaide. Dean to Turner. Now they look inside to Bourne. She had a bit of a fumble, open the door to the
Such
Flames.
a good seal too. Just couldn't quite catch it with one hand.
Morris goes to George. She draws the foul. Kayla George, after 27 points against Geelong in their 20-point loss on Friday night, only 11 points and 11 rebounds today. She's had a lot more help from her teammates this afternoon. Swain 23, Morris with 12, and as we've touched on, really important early in setting up this lead to the Flames.
It's been a good battle between the bigs today. The Flames coming out on top. Mainly through the rebounds. George and Morris doing such a good job on the boards consistently all game, up both ends.
25 rebounds between them.
Seven offensive between them. Morris has 6 of those, however. She's been huge on the offensive boards.
Oh, certainly has.
As opposed to Adelaide Turner's in double figures, but no one else has over 3 rebounds for the game.
Here's Morris v. Turner. Turner to their very best.
Yeah, Turner's on 14 and 10, 3 offensive rebounds, 4 assists, 2 steals. She's battling out there.
Tiana Mungaka here on the left, the Sydney Flames assistant coach, and the inspiration behind the pink hoops round. Was retired last year due to her breast cancer journey.
Great pass.
Morris gets fouled. So how important is this win to Sydney? They've dropped their last 3, including going down by 20 points to Geelong on Friday night, to come out and perform the way that they have with their notable injury concerns.
It's huge.
How huge? Yeah.
It is huge. They've got 7 games left, some really winnable games, but it started with today. They're playing the UC Caps twice. They've got to still face Townsville, Perth. They've still got to face Townsville twice, the Caps twice, Perth and the Flyers. So there's some games there that they would have to demand that if they've got any chance of making that 4, they have to win. And 7 games, that still gives them plenty of chance to have their say rather than relying on other results. That loss against Geelong really hurt them, so they've really got to probably make up for one. But it's going to be a very, very, very tight finish to the season.
Absolutely. I asked you this question, the exact same question last week, but things change every day in the WNBL, so I'm going to ask you again. Is Sydney still your pick to finish in that 4th spot?
Yes.
Okay.
But Geelong are trying to have a very big say on it, and I'm really enjoying watching how well they're playing. Credit to Chris Lucas and his team. They're playing like they've got nothing to lose. Well, now they've got 4th spot to lose.
Yep.
So today will be a big test for them against Bendigo, but they really are playing some inspired basketball together.
From 2 at the line from Morris. Less than 5 to play here at Qudos Bank Arena. Always a highlight in the WNBL calendar, and the Flames are on their way towards a win to remember.
Got me really thinking about that answer, Jess, because it just changes so consistently. But looking at who each team is playing and how many games left.
You gotta get your calculators out,
your crystal ball.
Your crystal ball, everything. Try and work out what's going to happen. It's going to be a fascinating run towards the finals. Here's Kalia giving it off to Pittman. They share it around. Here the Flames and decide to give it to Swain to pull the trigger. And she's missed the last couple of attempts from outside the arc, but still been completely dominant today. Basham can't convert, and Bourne picks up the foul.
That's her first rebound for the game, Bourne. It's probably a really good way for players to get themselves back into the game. Mind you, there are some games where you just feel like the ball's allergic to you. It goes the opposite direction of where you do.
And shooting at 50% from the line today, the Lightning. Not much has gone their way.
Adelaide maintaining possession there of 2 missed free throws.
Talbot get it done.
The end-line play's been working nicely for them. Unfortunately, the basket just doesn't drop, but Talbot's got herself a nice open look off that every time they've run it.
And that's gone out of play off the hands of Sydney. So Adelaide to regain possession.
Yeah, Sydney Flames are very giving. They like to just gift a nice little turnover, free possession every now and then. It's been far less today. They've been very impressive overall.
So they averaged the 19 turnovers per game. Sydney, which is number 1 in the competition on a statistic you want to lead in. They've had 12 this afternoon.
I think they'll be asking the question if they can all wear the pink every week.
Yeah, it's a very good point. It looks fabulous too.
It really does. Particularly on Coach Malloy.
Yes. Less than 3 minutes to go now in the final quarter. Kalia into the corner for George. Now to Brancatisano, to Kalia. From long range, knocks it down. Fabulous shot.
Nothing nicer than being, she had no choice but to shoot that, so it's amazing how much more relaxed a shooter will shoot. When she knew she had to, didn't have to think about it.
Andrews gets around Kalia. She gets fouled. So Adelaide heading towards their 5th consecutive loss. Started brightly under their new coach, Scott Ninnis, halfway through the season. Won their first 2, but a downward slide. And their finals chances are slipping away.
Yeah, look, really unfortunate season for the Lightning so far. I mean, they've had their fair share of injuries like other teams have too, which hasn't helped, but overall, just haven't quite been able to bring it together.
There's still plenty of talent on their roster. Just hasn't quite worked out for them so far. Sydney have had all sorts of injury issues as well. But when they get up and running, they look very dangerous. And I guess makes them unpredictable too. I guess that's kind of the positive in having a disrupted lineup and a changing starting 5 nearly every week is keeping the opposition on their toes.
Well, it's fun to commentate. You have no idea what's going to happen from game to game. Absolutely no idea.
That's very true.
And not often have you had a season where 5 wins, well, obviously they'll finish on more than 5 wins, but at this point in the season to only have 5 wins, you still have a chance, a good chance to make finals. Top 3 teams well and truly establishing themselves. The other 5 are in for a huge fight for the final 5 rounds, or 4 rounds after today.
I always say that finals is almost like a brand new season. You start again, so if you can just get there, anything can happen.
Absolutely.
Doesn't matter where you finish on the ladder when it comes to finals. It's anyone on their day.
And there's so many factors that play into account, such as injuries and all sorts of things. So you just want to get there, and then your another mini season does start.
A couple of nice finishes from Dees at the charity stride. This lead continuing to grow now for the Flames. Been superb. Giving away a foul.
Well, for whichever team could get this today, it really was huge because Adelaide played Bendigo. It just gets tougher for them in round 13. They've got Bendigo coming up. Sydney have a double game coming up, Townsville, Perth, which is really tough playing 2 of the top 3 teams in the one weekend. But then Adelaide have Perth the week after. So Some tough games ahead.
And some ladder shaping contest there as well. So keep mentioning it changes day to day as Morris comes out with a big block. 13 points, 14 rebounds.
3 blocks.
3 blocks for Morris.
A big block too.
Yeah.
That would have felt good.
I was just thinking the exact same thing. That always makes you feel good.
Do love that Georgia Pino had just a nice little smile there. She's like, eh.
Basham for 2. And that'll count.
It's a nice little shot, Basham.
She's done well today. That's 13 points for her.
Really nice touch.
Adelaide playing with their full bench at the moment in these last couple of minutes.
Nice by Taylor.
Taylor to Morris, who finds the finish. Young Martin onto the floor too for Sydney, the 19-year-old.
Great to see so many three-pointers put up too, which is going to be a really healthy contribution to the McGrath Foundation, which is what we all want.
So the club's principal partner, Harvey Norman, donating $150 per triple today. So a great afternoon to raise much-needed funds and awareness for the McGrath Foundation and breast cancer awareness. Last minute here at Qudos Bank Arena. Fantastic day if you're a Sydney Flames fan. First of a doubleheader of hoops at Qudos Bank Arena. Of course, the NBL to follow between Sydney Kings and Tasmania. Great day for the fans who have come in here to Qudos Bank Arena. Enjoying what they're seeing from this Flames outfit as Dees goes for the three-pointer.
Great to see some young Flames bench on the court to close this game out.
Some valuable experience. Last 30 seconds to go. A day out for Sydney Flames, leading by 24. Can they give their fans one more thing to celebrate? Brand Catazano is off target. But the Sydney Flames brought the heat today on their home floor. They keep their finals chances alive, taking down the Adelaide Lightning 84-60.
Listen to that crowd, Jess. It just gives you tingles. Everyone here knows today that this is more than, they're playing for finals, but it's about more than that today. Congratulations to the Sydney Flames on putting together such a fantastic event, getting behind their assistant coach and old teammate Tiana, and everybody else that's been touched by cancer. Just a fantastic day and display by them all around today. Well done.
Yeah, well said. This is an event that's much more than basketball. The Sydney Flames get the job done by 24 points. They were simply dominant and they came out with a point to prove. They chasing down Geelong in that fourth spot. So let's take a look at some of the highlights from today's contest. As we've touched on, it was just an incredible, blistering start from the Flames, and they looked Of course, Tiana Mungakahia. Over to you, Nath.
Well, they've just had a live presentation in stadium, and Tiana said the MVP for the game, but it's a Tiana Mungakahia MVP for the Pink Hoops game. You chose Shanice. Why did you choose Shanice?
She just comes out every game and gives it her all, and obviously she knocks down a lot of shots, and so I think that's why she got the award.
Well, a lot of shots, 23, 6 and 5, 5 triples, and one eye that's a little bit sore to go with it. Can you actually see what's going on at the moment, Shanice?
For a moment there, I couldn't. It was hard to see, but then I knocked down 2 free throws, and I came onto the bench, and the guy was like, "Well, you seem fine out there." So it's good. It's good now.
Yeah, Guy was trying to get you a sub, said you couldn't see. You said you're okay, and you knock them both down. You guys came out amazingly at the start. Was there a bit of emotion today behind this game? 18-0 to start it, and really that was the game from there.
I mean, yeah, we came off 2 tough losses, so we were coming out strong this one to get the win. And I mean, today, just get the win for T. I mean, it's bigger than basketball today, so yeah, we had to get that win.
Tiana's standing with us here. We talk about bigger than basketball, pink all around the stadium. This beautiful Tiana Mungakahia MVP award. Bigger than basketball, but also really significant for you guys in a race towards the finals as well.
Yeah, I mean, this was a big game. We lost those 2 games that put us down to 5th, and hopefully this one will put us back up to 4th. But we need to start winning these next couple of games, get on a run, and yeah, it'll be good for us to go into finals.
Shanice, you're absolutely dominant today. Well done on the Tiana Mungakahia MVP, and T, well done on a pretty impressive concept 3 years in.
Thanks. It was such an amazing night, and I'm so glad that everyone came out and supported us.
Awesome. Thanks, Tiana. Thanks, Shanice. I believe we've got Kayla George standing by as well. We'll get Kayla to sub straight in. Way to get it today. Just dominant from the start. CG, we'll just steal you in for TV. They can have a photo. You said at halftime it was bigger than basketball. You had an emotional run at the start, and really that was the game. You just held the lead for the game.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I'll repeat myself. It's perspective, you know, like it is bigger than basketball, and we didn't have a great week last week, and we are so blessed to do what we do and be able to be fit and healthy and run up and down a court and put a ball in a hole, you know, and Tiana would love to do that as well, you know, and she's had a great career, and, you know, I'm supporting her all the way to, you know, all through her things that she has to do to get healthy, and this win was for her, 100%.
And Kayla, as the captain of this group, you've played in some big games here. You won a bronze medal at World Cup in this stadium, like covered in pink through that stadium, thousands of people, 15,000 expected today. It must mean something to you to see the WNBL and the Flames making a milestone game like today.
Yeah, it's amazing. I always have this one ticked off on the calendar. Like I love like, you know, rocking the pink. It's a cool colour, great, but the meaning behind it, you know, it's an incredible feeling to be able to, you know, showcase an incredible foundation with McGrath, like I said at halftime. And we all know someone that's been affected by breast cancer. So in our case, you know, it's Tiana here in the club, but us as individuals, we all probably know someone that's been not just breast cancer, but cancer in general. So I think it's just really, you know, supporting the cause and getting around the McGrath Foundation and just really loving up on everyone today.
Yeah, I appreciate you rocking the pink. You did say my shirt wasn't pink enough at the start of the day.
That is cousin to pink.
The label
not pink.
The label definitely said pink. But you mentioned cancer. Breast cancer is 1 in 7. McGrath Foundation down supporting any cancer, 1 in 2. So you guys have done a magnificent job on that today. Just to bring it back to the Flames, really tight run towards the finals, and that's an enormous win for you guys today, pushing towards that 4th spot.
Yeah, we don't like to make it easy on ourselves. The last week we had a couple of losses, but yeah, look, today puts us in good stead to hopefully have a bit of momentum, because you'd rather be on a winning streak than a losing skid. So we kind of stopped that losing skid at 3, and now we're, you know, undefeated 1-1. So it's great.
Way to get the win today. Thanks, Kayla.
Thank you, mate. Thank you.
A good positive twist there from Kayla George. Starts again. They're on a 1-game winning streak and back into the finals hunt ahead of a couple of massive games to come next week. Great stuff to Nathan Stremple as well, courtside for us. week, so that's going to be a tough match for them.
Yeah, Sydney need to go, as Kayla was just beautifully articulating. They're on their own little mini game here, so they need to try and split that road trip next week.
So a huge day for the Sydney Flames in the 3rd annual Pink Hoops Clash at Qudos Bank Arena, and they were simply superb. They took down Adelaide Lightning by 24 points. That's all we've got time for this afternoon. We hope you enjoyed the coverage, and we look forward to seeing you again soon. Good afternoon.
Ellis driving baseline. What a dive!
Wickham. How sweet was that? Step back three.
Wow.
Taylor George. She's got a flamethrower at the moment.
Shelley with a big triple.
It was acrobatic. It was impressive. It was Steph Talbot.
Jade Melvin, the lefty lay-in. Capitals continue to roll. Perth have been unconscious from 3. Alice Koenig connects.
She's pumped up, and so she should be.